Hey everybody,
What do you find?
I've been left. I'm Heather.
We know. We know already. You're Heather. I'm Alan.
A lot of these people are new subscribers. They might need to know our names.
No, you guys just now subscribed. Let's be honest. You already know our names. You just now subscribed, and we appreciate that.
Maybe, that could be true. Anyways, we're C'est La Vie 3, and we are here for the Q&A.
In our van.
In our van.
Is what better place to have
This
it?
is the first, official unveiling.
So to speak. It's like bringing a baby home from the hospital. Everybody, meet baby.
Yes, kind of. Okay, so you want to just start right in?
We did. So when we left you guys off last time, we were going to talk to you a little bit about the reasons why we chose a ProMaster, the budget that we have set forth, the floor plan, and we asked you guys, hey, what kind of questions do you have for us? And let's dive into the questions first,
Okay.
because we're going to do an outline of the floor plan, and I don't want this to be a 20-minute video, but it's shaping up to be that way. So if I fly through these questions and I didn't give you a good enough answer, just put comments down below and I'll try to answer them there.
And we'll probably also answer some of them along the way.
Yeah.
So, okay, all right. So, where are you going to do the fabrication and where are you going to keep your tools?
Right here in this campground. So,
Yep. And in the van.
Yep.
You're looking kind of at the workspace and the garage.
Yep.
Because I feel like we've seen a lot of people that do these and they have a house and then they can store things in this big garage. This is where we're going to store it. This is where we're going to do it. It might be a little more work on our end, but
We do have a toy hauler trailer. So the trailer's staying here. It's literally parked next to us right now. And that's where we're going to keep my tools and then all this stuff while we work on the trailer. The parts and pieces are flying. They're coming in right now. So brings up the next question. Before we get into the parts, we're just going to work our way down the list here.
oh, the tilt wheel.
Tilt wheel.
I feel like you're going to be more pro to this answer. The tilt wheel, I mean, I've only driven the van once because we still don't have a seat for B. So I'm just not in the position where I leave the two of them very often.
Yeah.
I haven't driven it much except for like a quarter of a mile. It'll be interesting. Like when we're doing long treks in Europe, I don't know how it's going to do. It's kind of irritating, but I'm kind of smaller set, and so I don't know. How do you feel? You're a little bigger. I feel like it might be a good setup for you.
I didn't even know that we didn't have a tilt wheel, and I didn't even know that we didn't have a telescoping front wheel until I got home to Heather and she found all the switches.
So I guess it didn't bother him.
It didn't bother me that much. It is going to be annoying, I think, but you can find your comfort when you're operating the van. So the seats are the base seats. There's no tilt forward function or anything. They slide forward and they recline. That's it.
Yeah.
And the steering wheel does telescope in and out, but that's it. It to me, it's not a deal breaker.
It's certainly not your like Class A American like motorhome comfy seat,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I feel like in this we won't be doing a lot of like long trips. We'll be doing kind of short ones and then a lot of walking. So
Yep.
maybe it won't make that much of a difference.
Yep.
That will be a question we'll answer a year
Yeah.
down the road, maybe.
More to come. We'll tell you
Yeah.
if it's a mistake or not.
Yeah. All right. Seatbelts.
This is going to be two parts. We're going to talk about child
Yes.
sleeping area, child seats, and seatbelts.
Yes. Okay. So we are awaiting the arrival of our seat. I don't even remember what we ended up doing it with. So this is more your topic because we debated on.
A couple of different
Yeah.
seats. So we were really thrown over getting just a standard bench seat, slapping something down, making sure it was good. And my heart of hearts, and the guys who are out there building vans with kids, you guys are going to feel the same pain I have. I am not comfortable with throwing together an RV box and putting a seatbelt and bolting it to the floor. It just isn't. I just couldn't go to sleep thinking like that. So
If you look at any of the crash videos, it's
terrifying.
scary. So
what we ended up doing for a couple of things was we went and researched folding seats that are safety rated and safety tested, and found out a lot of those are European based, and they cost $2,000 to $3,000 by the time you get them shipped here. And in addition to that, there was a couple seats like Seats for Less and RV Furniture. All those meet RV regulation seats. Those are not crash tested. So what we ended up doing, I reached out and contacted an upfitter for wheelchair vans, and specifically the Toyotas. They pull all those Toyotas out. So I'm going to take Toyota Sienna limited seats, and there are mounting brackets for the aftermarket upfitters, and we are going to install those here in this van. My wife just left me. So good news is she didn't leave me for good.
Right.
Okay, so that's basically the gist of it. Getting Toyota Sienna minivan seats. These are the limited versions, so they got the nice like leg rest and all that stuff. These were expensive seats, but I am getting a good peace of mind because they do have they come with all the brackets, the manufacturer brackets. I'm gonna bolt them in through the floorboard, and then I'm gonna bolt those both forward and back to some cross members. So I will go to bed knowing that not only are they strong enough for an impact or a crash, that they will exceed any of my expectations for safety.
All right, now what are we going to do about sleeping for him?
Sleeping. I'll let you take this one.
Okay, without giving too much of our floor plan away, because I think we'll discuss that later.
Yep.
There are, you can, foldable or unfoldable seats, or pallets, I guess, that you put over the seating part of the cushion.
Yeah.
So that's kind of our plan. Mystery switch. Did we figure out what the mystery switch was? Somebody did say it was the AC.
Yeah, one of our viewers I think is dead on. It's a built-in switch for upfitters to install rear air conditioning systems, because this was what I believe to be started as a passenger van with all the windows. It ended up being told, nope, you're going to be a cargo van about halfway through, and they have the rear air conditioning switch mounted to the dash.
Interesting, because if you think about it, all of the cargo vans, I don't think I've seen a single one with all these windows.
I haven't either.
Do we have like this odd thing that we don't know about?
We have a unicorn, which brings us into the next question probably.
Is what?
It's down there at the bottom.
Which is?
Why did you travel so far?
Why did we travel so far? Because we like to. No, it would appear that way. We drove up to Georgia.
Yep.
Well, we looked around here. The closest one was Georgia.
So,
or South Florida.
A little behind the scenes, Heather and I have been looking for a van to do this for almost 3 months. Now that started with us just, hey, this might happen, to, okay, this looks like it's going to happen, to, oh my God, this is happening, find a van. And with the time frame really crunching down on us, we knew when we saw this van that this was a unicorn, that you needed to jump on it and jump on it quick. So yes, we did go all the way up to Connecticut to go find a van, because given the condition, the mileage, the year, the options, the windows, we have been searching a long time. And much like you said, like Nathan from Less Junk More Journey, his is the same deal. They
had 2, I think he said when we talked to him.
Yeah, 2 in the entire
2 or
country.
5, yeah.
And he's got the Chevy Duramax van, 1 ton with all the windows. It's the same deal. It's nearly impossible.
When you see it, you gotta run.
You gotta go. Don't hesitate. Which brings up the refund.
Refund. We did get a refund, so that's good news. And I don't know where we stand on what kind of complaints we're gonna file, but we're kind of getting busy here. So
it's really kind of a personal decision between, do we want to spare our free time to kind of get retribution for what we feel is a personal slight. And to be honest with you guys, and you guys know it too, that video that we posted on YouTube, which it's got like, we're a small channel, but it's got like 3,000 views on it right now. And if anything, there's 3,000 potential customers that could say, you know what, I just don't want to deal with when it plays forward.
Skilled labor.
All right, so this was brought up in the next question, and I want this to be inspirational for our viewers. A couple questions are you guys crazy? You have no skills, you have no knowledge about what you're doing and how you're going to get into this. No.
We're going to get knowledge.
It's basically life. Life is all about the fact that you either have knowledge or you don't have the knowledge, and the only way to get to where you have the knowledge is to do it. And putting yourself in that situation, that's how you gain that knowledge. So I encourage all of you, if there's projects or things that are out there that seem daunting or outside of your scope of work, go after it. Get it done. I really feel uncomfortable about doing this.
It is scary.
It is.
We've never done anything like this.
But we're going to do it. There's a will, there's a way. We have 2 good brains between us and a lot of energy to see a goal through. We'll learn it.
Yep.
We'll figure it out. And if we don't, we are going to rely on you guys to help us out.
That's right.
So
that's why YouTube's here.
So get ready to explain to me why I'm about to electrocute myself.
All right. We did the travel so far.
Yeah.
Where are you going to get all of your European parts for your van?
So
in America.
there's two things that are going on. One, I'm looking at Amazon in the UK, which has a lot of the Eurocamper style parts available for us, to include the electrical systems that are 220. I'm still not 100% sure on which way I'm going to go from there, because it depends on the build out, which we'll get into a little bit later. But I'm going, Amazon is clutch. You can pull from Amazon UK, have it shipped over here. You pay an import tax sometimes, or other parts, and it works out. There's a couple other sites out there. One of them is called Eurocamper.com. They're here in the U.S., and I believe there's one on the East Coast, another one on the West Coast, and they're different names. But that's where I've been searching a lot of my parts, and there's some good things that are out there for you to get your ideas from. So those are pretty much the big ones for me.
Auxiliary port. Are they talking about, what are they talking about? For your headphones?
Yeah, where you plug my headphones in.
Because you're such an old geezer?
Everybody was like, it's
Did
probably...
you find it?
A two-part question here is, does it have MP3, or sorry, does it have Bluetooth?
Yeah.
And
I'm going to say no.
Have you found the auxiliary port? No, it does not have Bluetooth. It is the bare baseline radio that you have, which we're probably going to get rid of. Heather wants to put in a backup camera, and so I'll probably look into getting rid of it. And I'm actually looking for Android mirror devices. So if you guys know what I'm talking about, it's basically like you don't have a radio anymore. Your phone is your GPS, your radio, all that stuff. And these mirroring devices now is just a screen that takes all your information from your phone as you plug it in, and it projects it onto a screen that's touchscreen and interacts with your phone. So no, I haven't found, there is no aux port, and no, there is no Bluetooth system. There is a USB port to talk to the head unit, but it's a jump drive, so you have to like set up the file systems and everything like that and run it through there. Probably not ever going to do that. I'm just going to replace the headset, or the head unit, so that way we can listen to our tunes and GPS and all that stuff. Just rocking it out.
Okay, toilet and shower. Oh, yes, we're going to have a toilet. I will not go anywhere unless there's a toilet. In fact, I feel like that would have been like a great thing to buy first.
Yes.
At the same time, I'm not really going to be in here, and neither is B until the seat's in.
Yep.
So maybe second would be a toilet. Because then you can throw an air mattress down, and we can still camp in this thing before we even get it set up. So absolutely toilet. Shower. What do you guys think I should do? Like, part of me is like, okay, we can survive without a shower. We'll heat up the water, or we'll have a water heater. That's another debate. We'll, washcloth it down, throw the hair in the sink, get it cleaned up.
Yeah. I do have ready for Heather a plan for a shower if she chooses it, which was going to be in the back between a toilet and a sink, which we'll go over the build plan in a minute. But the floor, which this design's been used a couple other places, the floor is raised about 3 to 4 inches, and there's a drip pan that's underneath it, and a teak floor that you remove out of it. You pull a shower curtain up, it goes around you like a big kind of leaf, and then you take a shower. It drains into the gray tank underneath. You put the shower curtain back in wet, you cover the hole back up, and you're done with the shower. That's what I have an option for Heather, but it's completely up to her on whether or not she wants to do that as part of our build. Or
the reason I'm questioning it is because it will add 4 inches to the height of the floor. So, and my big thing is I would like to stand. And
you have to think, we still haven't put the insulation on this floor yet, which means
it's going to be close.
We'll be close.
So I'm hesitating because I want to stand in the bathroom without, standing like that. So to be determined. Yes to a toilet, a shower.
Is maybe for her.
Yeah.
She said hot water. We're looking at basically the marina version of the Excel hot water. It's propane. I was hoping to do electrical, but you guys out there already, if you heard me say electrical, you're like, you can't do it. There's too much amp draw. And you're right. For what we have in this van, what we're hoping to do, I don't want to dedicate that much electrical resources to heating water. So what I will be willing to do is figure out how to do propane adapters for Europe so we can heat water up for Heather and make Mama happy.
Now, can we do that when we're boondocking and stealth camping?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Heat. Tell me about heat, because I'm a little chilly right now, so I want to hear about heat. How are you gonna keep me warm?
We're gonna convert this from gas to diesel.
No, we are not.
No, we're not. I really wish we would, because the diesel variant of this you can get through. I think it's called Webesco. They have diesel heaters that you can install for upfits on these, and they run great. They tap into your tank. I believe they have a gas variant of that. That's something we're looking into, but I'm really hesitant on tapping into the tank. Here's the goal. The goal would be the same propane system that would be used to heat Heather's hot water to keep her happy would also be used to heat a standalone, like, cool to touch propane system, like the Buddy heater or something you guys see all over the place. I like the idea of that. The problem with propane, as most of you know, one of the byproducts from burning it is water and humidity inside of an RV. Not great. So we are looking at that, and there's also a third option, which is a auxiliary heater system for the ProMaster. Basically, this taps into your cooling line. It runs to an auxiliary port back into the back, and basically takes a heating coil and runs a blower fan through it, and voila, you got heat. Here's the problem: you have to run the engine, which I'm not really interested in doing. Am I boring you?
No, sorry.
Yeah, I talked too long. I'm
taking
sorry.
care of a sick child. I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
I'm learning a lot though. Thanks.
I'm glad
You've done a lot of research. I'd like to say it helped, but okay. Are you gonna take a picture? Well, since we're talking about heat, let's talk about AC.
Okay. Air conditioning. Lots of options here, guys. Yes, these are passenger variants. You can purchase from upfitters, and we already have the button apparently for air conditioning. So I'm either going to tell Heather it has air conditioning, and she just pushes that button, and everybody believes me, and she'll feel cooler. Or we can install the some of the upfitters for ProMaster air conditioning systems. They're pricey. They range anywhere from $3,000 all the way up to $8,000, depending on what BTU setup you want to do, and if it's running or tapping into the existing air seat compressor for the engine. I really am not interested in that. I want to keep the van, well, frankly, that's going to hurt our budget, and I want to keep the van pretty much problem-free, and I don't want to do that. So we're looking at a couple options. One, there's standalone air conditioning systems that are available. Frankly, if we're going to go to Europe, I would like to try without an air conditioning system. And just basically do that based on milder climates. We plan on going to Northern Europe during the summer times, and we plan on staying in Southern Europe during the winter months. So for us, a fantastic fan and a big hatch.
These doors.
And all the doors and windows.
We sat in here when we first got it, and it was a day of about 80, and we were sitting in the sun, and we had the big sliding door open and these, and it was surprisingly cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't, sleeping might be a difficult or different experience, but we were surviving.
So if Heather says, nope, not working, we need an air conditioner, I'll sharply say, yes, ma'am, and then we'll go out to the local hardware store, Amazon, whatever it might be, and I'll purchase one of the small European 220-volt AC units that are out there. And, they either, they kind of sit in the middle of the room. You have to plumb in a heating section, or heating and cold air intake and a drip pan. And I'll just put that in here for Heather some form or fashion. They're pretty small footprint. They run between 6,000 and 8,000 BTUs. But frankly, as the way I'm looking at it, and from talking to your guys in Europe, talking to people who travel in Europe right now, they said they get by just fine with a fantastic fan and the vents. You just have to adapt to the lifestyle and give your wife more wine.
I like your thinking. All right, schematic or underbelly picture?
Underbelly picture. So I'm gonna. There was a request. Hey, what are you gonna do for the underside where you're gonna mount the seats and stuff? I'll take a lot of pictures for that one, so you guys can see what we're gonna do. But it'll be pretty intense, and it's got a nice clean spot right behind the gas tank and between two major cross members on the frame to put these seats. It's as if this van was purposely built for passengers. So I'm very excited about that, and I'll take pictures for you as I go. The schematics. Let's go ahead and talk schematics. So this is going to get into a long video. So what I think I'm going to do is break this up into a couple parts. So this has just killed our Q&A. Stay tuned for the schematics. We're going to do a build plan, and we're going to tape out on the floor here where we're going to put all of our furniture, our seats, our sinks, our toilets, and all that stuff. So
we'd love to hear what you think. If you think we're crazy and it's not going to work,
yep,
we might not want to hear it. We'll probably figure it out ourselves.
We already know. But yeah, feel free to comment below. Let us know what other things you have or questions.
Any ideas? If you have done this and things that didn't work for you, we would love to hear it.
Yeah. And to all of our van followers that are joining us on this journey, thanks for coming along with us.
Absolutely.
And being a big support. We really appreciate it. And as always,
don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Thanks, guys. We'll talk to you later.
Bye. Awkward.
Awkward.
That awkward pause.
Hopefully they stay tuned. Hey, don't go anywhere because we're getting ready to do these next 3.
Do you want to make sure it's still videotaping?
Yeah, let's do that.